Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostle, Nels Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds. All right, man, we're approaching a time that you're basically going to see the men be separated from the boys. Okay, all these groups, we got the truth, we got the truth. The truth resides here, even in Christianity and churches. We got the truth, and this and that. Everybody's truth is about to be put to the forefront, okay? But you know that the righteous is going to stand bold, okay? And that's why it tells you, make yourself a living sacrifice. If you make yourself a living sacrifice, that means before anything jumps off, you're already sold out to in the mind frame that I may have to die. Okay? Period. All right, this is Acts 4:29. It says, "And now, Lord, behold their threatenings." Okay? "And grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word." So, when the threat comes, that's when you have to be bold. Anybody could just speak the word and there's no threat. That's why you have a lot of Israelites that just want to preach from their desktops. They just want to preach from the comfort of their homes. But you go to some of these bigger cities, New York, New Orleans, Dallas, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, where it's a crowd, LA, DC, you know what I'm saying, like where you got a constant crowd. Now you have an opposing threat, not in just the physical, even in knowledge. So you have to be studied also, okay? But we're talking about you have to be bold. You got to stand very bold. And this was just an example. It says, "And now, Lord, behold their threatenings." Behold their threatenings. They're threatening us. "And grant unto thy servants that with all boldness." So it says all boldness. We don't want to have a shadow of a doubt that we're not going to do this. That they may speak thy word. So you got to speak thy word, the word boldly, proclaiming it boldly. Okay, and that word for boldness, parousia. Okay? Freedom in speaking, unreservedness in speech. So you're not holding nothing back. You're holding back no punches. Okay? Open, frankly, without concealment. So you're going all in. And this is what we're supposed to do. That's why you get Isaiah 58:1. Okay? "Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice." And don't hold back nothing, because if we hold back anything, this is what happened. This is Jeremiah 48:10. "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully." Now you're doing the work deceitfully if you're holding back your sword. It says, "And cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood." So, when you swing this sword, which is these scriptures, boldly, you're going to cut and penetrate, and it's going to be people that's offended. You don't pull that back because you're offending them. That offense may bring forth salvation, but we have to stand boldly, okay, preaching this word, all right? Because when you look at the internet possibly shutting down December 10th, okay, you look at these things where our page is getting shut down on YouTube. You look at these things now, lo and behold, if we do continue to be on the highways and hedges, look at the popularity and fame. Now, who's to say that there won't be, because we do have the spirit of Yahweh Shai. When we get out there, you're going to have a lot of people flock to it, but you're also going to have people that know who we are and that's going to be totally against us. That's when you have to be bold. Now you have a massive amount of eyes watching you. Okay? So you have to be bold then. You got to stand bold now. All right? Because your fame, the fame of us, it's going to grow, and it's going to be massive. Okay? It's going to be massive. But you got to understand, not everybody is going to like our message. You may have brothers have rocks thrown at them or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear the people rejecting the message because it's being spoken boldly. Okay? And it's the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to be pampered. It's Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. So, you got to be bold. Righteous men is going to stand up when you get out on the highways and hedges, and you may have a slew of homosexual men and people who agree with them. Do you stop preaching what you're preaching in righteousness because you don't want to offend them and a threat that may come from them? We need to pray for a spirit of boldness, man. Okay, that's what we were signed up for. Acts 13:43. Now when the congregation was broken up, and many of the Jews and religious proselytes followed Paul and Barnabas, who speaking to them persuaded them to continue in the grace of the Most High. And the next Sabbath day came almost the whole city together to hear the word of the Most High. But when the Jews saw the multitudes, they were filled with envy and spake against those things which were spoken by Paul, contradicting and blaspheming. Then Paul and Barnabas waxed bold and said, It was necessary that the word of the Most High should first have been spoken to you, but seeing ye put it from you, and judge yourselves unworthily of everlasting life, lo, we turn to the Gentiles. Okay? Now, we all know what this means. But now when you have people mad at you for bringing this word out, because it just sounds to people like everything is in isolation. People don't like things to be isolated. If we were preaching as Israelites boldly, but we were boldly saying everybody get right because the Lord is coming back, we wouldn't have a problem. Okay, but that's not the way this story ends. Okay? Boldness, that's what we need. Okay, this is Acts 5:40 through 42. It says, And to him they agreed. And when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua and let them go. So they were beaten for standing righteously and being bold. But look at what they did. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. They felt like, oh man, that was worth it. And look what happened. And daily in the temple and every house, they ceased not to teach and preach Yahushua Mashiach. They constantly preached it. They wasn't going to stop. That's boldness. That's by any means necessary. This word is going to get out. Okay? Win, lose it. Well, it ain't a win, lose, or draw, but no matter what happens, you have to be bold. This is Psalms 116:15. This is why you be bold. Precious in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the death of his saints. When you stand boldly like that, the creator of life and death is going to find it precious in his eyesight. In his eyes, it's precious that you did that, and you did it, and it was for him. Okay, so imagine if you take that death for being bold and standing up for Yahweh Shem Yahushai when you're raised and everybody can see that boldness. Imagine the joy that's going to bring to you, bruh. Imagine the rewards that the Lord has for you. Okay? It's a wonderful trade, bro. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the Apostle Nelson Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.